very much, Brian. It really is an honor and privilege for me to be here today representing the Commissioner. As you know, we're in transition now back in Washington. I've been in this business close to 3 decades. I'm just getting started. But it's amazing to me how positive the mood is right now amongst leadership, Secretary Salazar, Deputy Secretary Designee David Hayes, and now our Commissioner will have his confirmation hearing next Tuesday, Mike Connor. Folks that really know Western water and know that the issues are real and are willing to take them on. It's really a positive time. This event is a big deal. All-American Canal, I have wanted to come here for a long time and just haven't gotten the opportunity. I think Bob Johnson had a bar on my coming into the region while he was here, but now that he's moved on, I was able to, already gave me a pass to come. And in looking at the canal, as Brian said, I was from the Northwest, 3.5 million acre-feet a year. The canal ranks as one of the larger rivers in the West. It's an enormous feature, and it's a really big deal to get to this modernizing process, the lining to save water, and the drop-2 structure that we're in the process of building now are really important in adapting to the growing needs downstream and all of the other issues that stand. So just glad to be a part of that. I know it's been a long and challenging process. There were environmental challenges that had to be overcome. I'd just like to recognize, again, Reclamation employee Pat Green. I didn't know Pat personally, but I had talked to folks about him, and he is one of those rare people that we need so many of, who are masters at getting us the permits and clearances that we need to go through with projects, knew how to work that system and get us to where we could go. So I think, in thinking about it, this lining project and I throw drop-2 in with that are really a monument to cooperation and partnership. That's how we get things done now. That's how we will get things done. It's a great symbol of shared vision, common goal, working together, determination, and really just stands to prove that no single one of us is as powerful as all of us when we work together. Thanks. Thank you, Carl. Now, many of you who are involved in water issues probably know our California Director of Water Resources, Lester Snow. Lester was appointed to this position by the Governor in 2004 and is charged with protecting, conserving, and managing California's water supply. This includes the operation of the California State Water Project, the largest state-run multi-use and power system in the nation. The department provides water for 23 million Californians and about 750,000 acres of irrigated farmland. He spent most of his career addressing and resolving water issues, and we're honored to have him join us today.
Thank you. You'll note when Bob Johnson comes up that we're the only two that didn't get the memo about no ties. It's a good thing to have it on. There's quite a chill out here in the valley today. You know, there's a lot of reasons to commemorate and celebrate what's happening here today. You've already heard a lot of them. I kind of take a broader perspective on this. In water in the West, and certainly in California, we talk a lot. We talk a lot about projects that need to be done. We have a lot of conflict about them. We sue each other over them. We complain, and we point our fingers at somebody else why something didn't get done. And all too often, there's no action at the end of that. And this project overcame all of those things. Politics that weren't lined up at the right time. I think there may have been just a tad of litigation involved in this project. And certainly at different times, budget issues. but people stuck with it. And we're not doing enough of that in California, in California water issues. We have to stick with it and get the project done. Overcome the politics, stay focused, and in this case, staying focused and committed created jobs, which are now more important than ever in this country, and conserved water. Now, in terms of addressing water supply reliability, we're way past the concept that you just build one more project and everything's hunky-dory. It just doesn't cut it. And this project is, to some extent, like a puzzle piece in a bigger landscape, which is really what we need to do. I mean, again, it's a model for California. Our future in California is based on wastewater conservation, or wastewater recycling, conservation, desal projects, additional storage, fixing the delta. It occurs to me, with all this equipment and expertise, perhaps you should come up to the delta and construct a demonstration canal. I don't mean a permanent one. I mean a demonstration project of some sort. Now, certainly one of the roles that the state played and the department played in this project was funding. And in fact, the weekly emails I would get from Maureen was, send money, no comments. So we tried to send the money. But there were people from the department that played a role and interacted with a lot of you. Perhaps nobody more so than Chuck Keene, and I think he's here somewhere. Chuck, stand up. Thank you, Chuck. Now, a lesser-known person who is an advocate for this, any of you who are involved in the Colorado River know Janine Jones. And you know that she's a take-no-prisoners kind of person. She could care less what you think about her. She guarded the general fund appropriations with her life and was a tenacious advocate for continuing the money flowing and helping us lobby in the legislature. I guess the final thing I'd say, deliver a message from the governor, which is a simple one. Congratulations on finally getting something done in this state. And my wishes, which I know that he shares, and that is that the commitment, cooperation, and accomplishment that is witnessed here today become contagious in this state, and contagious in our legislature and Congress, so we can move forward and avert the disasters that we're seeing on the horizon. And you guys have provided a wonderful model for that. So congratulations to all of you.
Our final speaker today is Robert Johnson, former Commissioner for the Bureau of Reclamation, and it truly is my pleasure to introduce him. When I think of cooperative solutions, I think of Bob Johnson. He has been tenacious in the role he has played in getting us here today. He started in the Bureau of Reclamation in 1975 and became the 20th Commissioner of the Bureau. And he just retired in January of this year and is sorely missed for sure. His role during the time of the Quantification Settlement Agreement, for nearly 11 years, he was Regional Director of the Lower Colorado region, which encompasses Nevada, Arizona, and California. And Bob had a passion for finding a solution that worked for all. He would encourage you when necessary, and he would call you to task when necessary. He was on our favorite person list and our most unfavorable list during that process. And I think each agency, Coachella, Imperial, San Diego, and Metropolitan Water District, I think we felt that way from time to time. But in the end, we knew that what Bob was seeking was a fair and equitable solution that everyone could work with. So with that, Bob Johnson.
Thank goodness for Lester Snow.